The OG of night vision mounts, the Skull Crusher. One of the earlier upgrades, the Nightcap. A simple, light bump helmet. What's going on, Grunts? We're here in our mini doomsday bunker. We're going to talk about some night vision mounting options. The non-Reddit version. Grunt days, we were wearing a ballistic helmet. That's all there was to it. Our night vision would typically come with the Skull Crusher in our little night vision baggy thingies. Pretty much in my days, you were wearing a ballistic helmet everywhere you went. Either the old Kevlar or the ACH, but at least they gave you this option. You know, some dudes would be doing some special reconnaissance or scouting, and they would get to drop their helmets and all their gear and stuff. They'd pretty much go to like a LBB style. And this is what you would wear for your night vision. And the rigidity of these pretty much still reigns supreme. Because yes, it hurts your head after a while. Wearing them all night will, you know, start to give guys a headache. If it's winter time, you have to remove this pad, guaranteed. They give you different size pads, all right? So you see large I got in there, and it's still pretty tight. So smaller, it's going to be a thicker pad for a smaller head. If you got a big old melon, it's going to be a problem, but you can adjust these and everything. You see I have crucial points taped down. For the longest time, I used this because I'm not really wearing helmets anymore. You get a headache with this after a while because it is so rigid, but that is the point. It's not going to sag down. It's not going to flop all over the place. Like, you can get your night vision set up right over your eye exactly how you want it. So it does work. The problem is, I notice, like, you know, using the DZ rig and stuff, where do you put this when you're not using it? So what I found was I could kind of crumple it up a little bit, and I was able to get it into one of the back larger sustainment pouches on my DZ rig. And it would kind of stick up a little bit, but I was able to secure it in a way. Okay, so that's not terrible. If you buy from a reputable company like AGM or something, you're going to get this with your night vision. So, like, regular analog night vision is expensive. So I would save your money and stick with this for a while. And then your only problem is, how do you affix it to your gear, or where do you carry it so that you actually have it at night when you need it? They probably make an adapter. I haven't seen it yet, but these only work with your original J-hook, J-arm that comes with your night vision. And that's kind of the major problem with that. You know, these older ones, they work fine, but you can see all that play in there, which, I mean, I did hundreds of combat patrols like that and was fine, but that does get annoying after a while, and just walking around and you're not in alignment with your tube when you're moving around. You'll be okay. But knowing there's better options out there, like these super high speed mounts, I don't even know what they call them. I got like knockoff ones that work fine, but these modern ones, they actually work a lot better. So you'll be okay, man. You can use your night vision like this, and you just get used to it. Get used to adapting to things, guys, especially if you think you're going to be out there patrolling and running and gunning. You better learn how to adapt to things. So the update is this Nightcap Cry. These are funny. All right, so the benefit to these is now you can actually crumple this thing up. I like to put the buckles inside of it, and I think I got this for like 120 bucks, right? So it has Velcro on it, so now you can add your glint tape, or I've seen guys put strobes on the back of these, whatever, you know, but flags, put your morale patches on there. But this one, you can crumple up a lot better. And now that is definitely going to easily fit into that. Like, I've put mine in my side cargo pocket plenty of times, and I've been okay. It's an updated mount, you know, unlike the old, what we called a Rhino mount on our Kevlars. You've got a much better mounting system with the 3 screws. You know, a lot of updates to that. It also fit your whatever cool guy company. I don't know. There's an expensive company that makes these, but there's a bunch of knockoffs that are just fine. And there you go. So, okay, so seeing the benefits to the Nightcap, I had to try it out. You got a pad here on the front, So that tells me, you know, it's going to be a lot more comfortable, and it will be a lot more comfortable. Okay, so you look like a goofy goober with this thing on. And I've done a couple patrol FTXs where guys are like, what do you got, Mama's friggin' hair thing on? Now, the problem with this one is you see how tight I've got it. I don't have a small head, but I found with this one, I had to cinch this down to the max, and still, like, you cannot get enough resistance on this. This thing still, you know, after a while, right? So I would start like this, and we're walking around, you know, got my nods flipped down, and it just starts to freaking, you know, I could do my mouth like that, and after a while, the weight just brings it down, right? So look at that. My eyes are getting covered, and after a while, I swear, guys, it would just end up being like this, and I'm just like, this sucks. So you're not going to get around that because this is not rigid enough. It's you know, look at this. There's no resistance there. So one of my tactical buddies is like, yeah, you got to put your counterweight on here. And okay, if you're okay with that, fine. I'm the type of dude that I wore ballistic helmets long enough. I want to limit all the weight I have on my freaking head, right? Got a big strong neck because we still lift weights and all that good stuff. But I don't want to be adding extra weight to my freaking head just for my night vision to work. So which one wins out of those two? Well, this one. You don't have to add a counterweight to this. You put this thing on your freaking head, your night vision is staying in place. If you are cool with the counterweight in the back, then you will probably enjoy this. I mean, it's only $100-something bucks. It's mesh, so it's breathable. You know, that's pretty cool. It was annoying, but I made it, right? Again, we got to be able to adapt. So this is not a bad option. Maybe if you have a giant head, you'll be able to get this thing tight enough. I just couldn't. Look at that. I've got it down to the max. I've got these maxed out, and it's still just, it'll just freaking slide down. All right, so counterweight, and that might work for you. But then you're, you know, just get a ballistic helmet at that point. All right, so then we've got our standard bump helmet, Team Wendy, and Hardhead Veterans. I like the Hardhead Veterans one better because they're cheaper. Now, the Hardhead Veterans has their M-LOK mounting system, which can cause some extra problems, especially if you're adding all your comm stuff on there. But the Team Wendy ones, I have a couple. They're just so freaking expensive. I don't like them anymore. Plus, Hardhead Veterans has updated their actual strap system, so it is a lot better. And you've got this little magnetized freaking chin strap doodad thingy that just makes it it's a lot easier. I'm always looking at price, number one. As you can see, I had some cardboard in there that fell out. So this is what we had to do with our older ballistic helmets and our night vision. You're gonna have some play in these cheaper mounts. It is cheaper. So if you just add some cardboard in there, it's a little bit tougher to get on, but it's not going to be bouncing around like it does when it has play in it. Yeah, see, so without the cardboard, that really sucks. So my Team Wendy did the same, by the way. Right, so this not being unfair to Hardhead, but you do need to get something in there. I know there's other ways to do it, but that's the cheap redneck way. So there we go. Now that's it. Piece of cardboard, man. So yeah, it'll fall out if I take this off, but generally I leave this mounted on there. So I know guys will say, well, that's what these are for. But I don't like to have these on this mount all the time, because when you're flipping it up and down, well, this cheap little thing, dude, that flies at your eye, and that's not fun, man. I don't want to do that. A bump helmet weighs about a pound. It's a lot more comfortable because I was on and off of ATVs, and I never know when I might be rolling down a freaking mountain or something. Like, light crash protection is not always a terrible idea. I also got my super cool Delta flashlight mounted on there too. I always forget my freaking headlamp. It's like, oh, well, I'm going out with night vision. Don't need a white light headlamp. So we would be at a admin halt, or we'd be done with the FTX cleaning up stuff, and everybody else, all right, well, let's go white light. And I'm just sitting there like this, like, I can't see. So emergencies and admin issues, you should probably have a way to go white light. So now when I'm doing my tactical stuff, like got the crash helmet, got my nods capabilities, and I got a white light or a red light, however you want to do it. All right, so with these newer mounts, you've got to get practice putting these on, like in the dark, without looking, without going white light and all that stuff. So of course, these cool guy mounts, you can just get this thing really dialed in and get it locked in. The older mounts, you know, you're just going to have a ton of play. So it's kind of in the morning, so our head hasn't expanded a whole bunch. But we get the helmet tightened down. So now we've got some serious rigidity on there. Yes, I said that word. And so I've been doing this for probably 6 months now. Done a couple patrols, a whole bunch of training with it, and it's just a lot more comfortable. So yeah, you're losing, you know, some airflow, but the high cut thing, that helps a lot with that. This will probably be the most expensive option you're going to go with your night vision. All right, so again, this comes with your night vision if it's a decent company. This will be 120 to 150 bucks. And so now we're talking about a $200 or $300 helmet, or $500 if you want to go Team Windy. But the main point to this one is that for all the guys that do the Comtac system, the headphones, like I'm just an earbud of my ear type dude. I'm not doing the Delta CQB crap. So, but if you do the headphones, the whole Comtac system, this will be your option, okay? Because you're not wearing headphones with this, that's really bad. And you're definitely not wearing headphones with this, right? So, unless you got the super cool Bluetooth little earbuds, but you know, if you're on a range all day, I wouldn't suggest that. This would be the best of both worlds because you've got your headphone mount, everything else you want to put on there, but most importantly, your night vision will be secure. And guys say, well, you complained about storage. Where do you hide this? And you got to store this somewhere. Where do you put a helmet, bro? And it's like, well, again, it's like a pound. It's maybe 1.2 pounds. So basically what we do is we wear this in the field. Like you just wear a helmet all the time. Now, of course, I'm going to take this off because the way this mounts on there, I don't like it. I have it mounted on there now. So when I'm transporting the helmet going somewhere, it's on there and I'm not losing it. But when we're actually going into the field to do stuff, this is coming off. So the helmet's a little more streamlined. It's not getting caught on stuff. You see how I got it bent up in there in the bungee thingy. You know, I remember going through basic training and we were wearing the LCE, LBE, the old school Alice stuff, but still a Kevlar helmet. And that was just normal. Like you just put on a helmet, all right? This is how we did it, even though we didn't have plate carriers and stuff. So just wearing a 1.2 pound helmet around, you know, it's not a big deal at all. And it's not like the Army days where you can't just walk around like this for a break. Or if you are doing a halt or some sills or something during the day, you take it off, man. Big deal. Most of us were wearing patrol packs or something anyway. So there's always ways you can find to affix it to stuff if you just got to get the damn thing off your head. 3 options. I know there's a couple more out there. These are the ones I've tried. And if you don't want to do the helmet thing and you don't have a use for Comtac and you don't have a massive head, this will work fine. Like, don't worry about the internet guys and the cool guys. You show up to training. If you have analog night vision, you're already like way ahead of most dudes. But if you have a way to wear it to where it's like rigid and not flopping all over the place, you're doing good, man. The guys who like the counterbalance weights and all that crap, this will work fine for you too. Most of us, we enjoy this. You can camo these up a little bit. Guys put camo nets and all kinds of junk on them and you'll be fine. Down and dirty. I'll see you in the next one.